we need to start now with our firm foundation, and because it just comes way too fast, and we need to start for our missions and then prepare to be like fathers and husbands with our firm foundation.
That's one thing that was kind of neat about this trip down here to Zion's, down here to St. George, Sand Hollow, is the spiritual aspect of it. You know, we can go somewhere fun like this and do really fun things, but keeping the spirit in it, keeping all the devotionals that we've done, that's been great.
I know that we've all heard that story about like the guy or whatever that's walking along the beach in life, and he dies and he sees like 2 footprints in the sand or whatever, and then he sees during the hard times of his life there's only 1 pair of footprints, and so he goes up to the Lord and he's like, why, when I was at the hardest time of my life and I needed you, why are there only 1 set of footprints? And the Lord tells him that like that was the time that he carried him, and it's just really cool to know, for me to know that during hard times in my life, he's always got my back.
Zion's National Park was cool. I feel almost embarrassed to say that I've lived in Utah my whole life and I've never been to Zion's.
Zion's was really hot, but you can really expect that. But it was really fun. I liked it.
Oh man, I'm dying, dude. We're not even to the shuttle yet, and the one that takes us to our hike. Well, you know, all of Zion's was fun, but especially that. The Temple of Sinawava was unique. I've never hiked through a river before. I'm pretty sure we probably did about 2.5, 3 miles tops, but it's a slow pace because you're wading through typically knee deep, but at some parts all the way up to your waist in water. But it was very refreshing.
How was the cliff jumping?
It was pretty fun. It was, to tell you the truth, it was pretty scary at first, like the one in Zion's.
It was sketchy at first and you felt like you were going to have a heart attack on the way down.
It was like 20 feet high, and just, I don't know, it was way fun.
You know, being able to come down here with Max has been really good.
I mean, Brother Johnson, one of the best things I love about him, he's just a great example of what it takes to be a fantastic dad. I mean, that's one of the purposes, you know, of the Aaronic priesthood, is to help these young men become better fathers, and Brother Johnson is just a killer example of how to be a great dad. The way he treats and respects his son, man, it's something that if the boys would just take time and watch him and learn from him, they would be, you know, fantastic fathers just by following his example.
Max, how was your belly flop, dude? How was belly flopping on the cliff jumping?
It really hurt. Like, it really hurt. Like, bad. Gave me a stomach ache.
You kind of showed him up, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you teach him how to belly flop?
Mm-hmm.
You're like the belly flop champion, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the Crokinole game last night, losing to Landon and I?
Well, you got to understand on that, it was more of a act of charity on Brother Nelson and my part. I mean, we just ran off 9 straight victories, and everybody was pretty defeated. So, you know, it's one of those things, kind of a peace offering. You know, you got to throw somebody a bone every now and then.
Brother Olson bet us that if we beat him and Brother Nelson in Crokinole, he'd give us each $5, the people on the team. And me and Christian jumped at the opportunity, and we couldn't pull it off. And then, obviously, Cameron and Landon come in and beat him. And then Brother Olson blamed it on him being tired, which is kind of dumb.
We agreed to play Cameron and Landon while we were half asleep, and I mean, I'll give you guys props. They shot a pretty good game, but it was charity.
Don't you still owe us money?
The temple was very nice. The amazing thing about the boys of the 11th Ward is they sure do know how to have fun, but at the same time, when it's time to get serious, they know how to put on a different hat and get serious.
Man, what a great experience to be with the boys there in the temple, to feel the spirit there and to just, you know, serve. It was kind of a chill mood, you know what I mean? Not much talking. It was silent for a little bit of the way. We listened to hymns a little bit of the way, but it was, you know, it was a great atmosphere. Just kind of people just, you know, pondering about what they're about to do and about what they're about to experience. It was a nice way to start it.
And so as we go to the temple, the Spirit will be there.
There was a point in time, like we weren't actually on the temple grounds, but we were on our way down, I don't know, just one of the streets, and like occasionally buildings would pass, but then it'd come a break and you could see the temple, and every time you saw it, you're just like, I'm gonna be inside that.